Okay, so before we before we do anything, I'm tuned down a half step. That's to help my singing, because I'm not going to stretch to those top notes in the song that well, because it's quite a high tune. So I'm not going to strain my voice. This is tuned down, so this is E flat or D sharp. You've got your tuners out. This is A flat reading G sharp on my tuner. Don't know what yours is doing. Mine's favouring sharp, so this is D flat or sounding and reading C sharp on the D string. This is reading F sharp, same as G flat on the G string. B flat, B string down to B flat, reading A sharp on my tuner, so you call it A sharp if you want to. And E flat reading D sharp on my tuner. Never trust the tuner 100%. We've got this A minor chord here. I'm fingering straight, standard shape, straight. Number of the fingers 1, 2, 3 and 4, and I'm using finger 2, fret 2 D string, finger 2, fret 2 G string, and finger 1, fret 1 on the B string. And we're going to move that up. We're going to play fret 4 with fingers 2 and 3, and fret 1, finger 1, fret 3. In this case it's just sliding it up 2 frets. So fingers 2 and 3 at fret 4 and finger 1 at fret 3 on the B string. So what I'm also doing there, of note, pardon the pun, is to drone the open A string and the high E string. It's really what gives this little riff something, you know, of quality. It gives it something. And what's happening there is you don't need to know this, but I'm going to tell you anyway, is that the A is the flat 7 of this little triad shape, which is a B minor triad. B, D, and the F sharp, even though it's inverted. We've got the F sharp, the 5th in the base of the triad there, if you like. It's not really in the basic because it's over A, but an inverted triad. We've got an E on the top there with it, which is a 4th. E is 4 of B, or an 11th. Yeah, call that an 11th. So we're going to call it B minor 11. Don't worry about that. Just play it as a shape. We're going to move up again there. I'm going to keep the drone. This is really outlining a C triad, yeah, because we've got the C, G and E. We've got G, C and E inverted again, but it's basically a C triad, and that is, I'm going to use fingers 2, 3 and 4 at fret 5 on D string, G string and B string. So we've got this little, and the riff moving up. Keep the drum strings, the A and the high E, we can mute using, as we move the chord, using the thumb to play those. So we've got A minor, B minor 11, C, it's got a 6 in the bass. You can see that as a C chord for what it is, or you could see that as an A minor. It's not really A minor because it's actually you could view that as A with a flat 7, 3rd and 5th, or you could view it as the 6 in the bass on a C triad. So you've got 6, the 5th, root, 3rd, and a double 3rd, the E note on the top. Don't worry about all these intervals. It's a good idea to be able to sort of name your chords and know what you're doing and what to play over what, etc. But it's not essential. Something that is essential here is that I think anyway that we really nail or attempt to nail the rhythm, the time feel. So this 1, 2 and 3, 4, we want to keep a constant pulse there and really get that. So I'm not going to explain it in terms of notation. I'll just try and get it, because I think beginner level it's nice to be friendly about this and just use sound names. So if we use as a feeling, really swung 8s, 1, 2, so we get 1, 2, and that if you tap your foot and say the is where the foot goes. So right? So that 1, 2. You can think of that pretty much like I always think of Elvis. 1, 2, So if you say and then when you tap your foot, honey. Don't need to say honey, but it might make you feel good. Try it out, yeah? Curl your lip, honey. Anyway, that's the lesson. A little bit of comedy, yeah? Got a whole career there. There's a possibility. Not. Anyway, we got this 1, 2, 1, 2, So you get that sound, which is swung. Yep, it's really a swung 8th note. 1, 2, 1, 2, You're gonna have to practice that. If you're not good at it, then practice it a lot, because it's great and we need to swing, because we like stuff like that. It's a rhythm riff. Riffs are not always, you know, riffs are not always single lines. Riffs can be rhythm riffs, you know. That's a little. Yep, so we got that as a feeling. Okay, once we got that, maybe we could try the melody, because the melody, I'm not got a music sheet in front of me, but just hearing that melody. Yep, just been messing with it, so it's kind of got it in my head. Well, it's a marvelous night for a moon dance. You gotta make sure you get the. That sounds a bit stage cool and a bit naff at the moment, but you just gotta get that flavour. Well, it's a marvelous night for a moon dance. Gotta get the sound in your ear. Often I remember doing it myself when I was a kid, starting out playing chords, and you kind of searching for the note. If you can find the melody notes on your guitar as well, it'll really help you do a good job, because you can sing. Get the rhythm sounding good. Get the melody. Well, it's a marvelous night for a moon dance. The stars up above in your eyes. A fantabulous night to make romance. Beneath the cover of October skies. Yep, the melody's pretty much repeating then. Yeah, and all the leaves on the trees, they are falling to the sound of the breezes that blow. So this is diatonic, meaning it's all in key, simple melodies, kind of pentatonic mostly, but got a couple of other little touches in there. There's an add 9 in there. So if you know this pentatonic shape, and that's all you know, you can kind of get by. A lot of players do, playing in bands, just knowing pentatonics and blues scale shapes. You can do a lot with them if you develop a bit of technique and a good feeling for it. But this melody, it's little run up. That, well, it's a little kind of grace note feeling into, well, it's into C. So you just, well, it's da 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 da. So you've got frets starting on A string, fret 7. Then 5, 7, pentatonic, like I said. Yep, it's really A minor. Up to the 5th fret on the G string, and then down to the 9th, because that would be a 10 or flat 10. You know your theory, we don't say flat 10, flat 3. And then your seesaw in between the 9th and the root note there, the octave. And then from the root to the flat 7, which is D string fret 7 to D string fret 5, back to fret 7, the octave, and then ending on the 5th. I'm not going to write it, or maybe I will transcribe it and put the tab up there so you can see it, maybe the notation as well, so you can follow that. It's important, I think, to be able to sort of have the feeling of the rhythm strong. I'm using fingers there to get a kind of, you can just find a strum it, but I also like that. Fingers, maybe you can experiment and see what you like. We'll stick with basic strumming, I'll keep this lesson simple. Get that rhythm sound in. Well, it's a marvelous night for a moon dance. Stars up above in your eyes. A fantabulous night to make romance. Beneath the cover of October skies. And all the leaves on the trees, they are falling to the sound of the breezes that blow. And I'm trying to please to the calling of your heartstrings that play soft and low. So, you know, it's really doing the same thing. Then you got, which is when it changes now to a D minor chord. top notes coming up now. A little bit of more intensity in the vocal. So a little run up again. You know the night's magic. You're hitting the minor third, flat 3 of the D minor chord when we hit that, and that's like an A minor shape played at fret 5. So your root note will be A string, fret 5, and you play the A minor form there. Right, so we've got this little lick that we can copy and try and train our voice to get the melody. So you've got fret 7, D string, fret 5, fret 7 on the G, and then you jump to fret 8 on the B. No, we don't. We jump to fret 6 first. So A note, fret 7 on the D string, C to D, which is fret 5 G string, fret 7, G string. So 7, 5, 5. And then we hit 6 on the B string, which is the sounding like I'm just going out of tune slightly there. So hitting that F on the B string, fret 6. Then we hit fret 8 on the B string, back to 6, then 5, and we jump back down to the root note when we hit the A chord, because it moves to the D minor. Da, 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 da. Yep, singing down an octave there. You know the night's magic. You know the night's magic seems to whistle and hush. So seems to. Got that. And then we go seems to, which is fret 7 on the D, to a C note, which is fret 5 on the G, 7, 5, 7 on the G, and then 5 on the B. So that little section, you know the night's magic seems to whisper and hush. So the melody stays the same then. You know the moonlight seems to shine in your blush. You get that. Come to those chords now, but we just want to keep moving along slowly. We don't rush it, so we get that. See if we can get through that with the remind ourselves where we are. Well, it's a world. Bit of Elvis. Well, it's a marvelous night for a moon dance, with the stars up above in your eyes. A fantabulous night to make romance, beneath the cover of October skies. And all the leaves on the trees, they are falling to the sound of the breezes that blow. And I'm trying to please to the calling of your heartstrings to play soft and low. You know the night's magic seems to whisper and hush. You know the night's moonlight seems to shine in your blush. I'm not sure what that. Maybe that voice and what he's doing there is putting a sharp 9 and then the third on the top. Yeah. G sharp on the top, I think. It'll do for now. D minor, back and forth to A minor on that thing. You know the night's magic. The lyrics here, because I don't really know the song that well. You might think I do, but I don't. Funny I teach it, I know, but I've been doing it a while. So we've got the night and all the night's magic when it moves to D minor. So heartstring, and I'm trying to please to the calling of your heartstrings to play soft and low. And then tag at that. Try and sort of feel that out in the chord when you hit it. da. You're not going to be able to sort of hear the G in there, but da na 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 na. It's a good idea, really. I think just to get those little sections and just hum it. You know, don't worry about the lyrics for a minute. Just get the melody is more important. Yep. Back to the lyrics. And all the night's magic seems to whisper and hush. Yep. And all the soft moonlight seems to shine in your blush. Let's try it all from there. Because this is down a half step. You may be experiencing similar problems. Tuning stability is affected a little bit, depending on what gauge strings you've got on there. But take it from the start. 2, 3, 4. Well, it's a marvelous night for a moon dance, with the stars up above in your eyes. A fantabulous night to make romance, neath the cover of October skies. And all the leaves on the trees, they are falling, na 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 na, that blow. And I am trying to please to the calling, I remember words of your heartstrings that play soft and low. And all the night's magic seems to whisper and hush. And all the sound moonlight seems to shine in your blush. Okay, big notes now when we get them. Here's the reason why I've tuned down, spare your... So we've got this melody which is fret 5 high E string to fret 8 B string. Can I just have some more romance with you, my love? So we've got this 5 high E string, 8 B string, 5 on the B string. Can I just have, down to 7 on the G. Can I just have some more romance with you, with you? So you're going up to 5 there. So 5, 8, 5 on the B. So 5 on the high E, 8 on the B. Hate doing these silly numbers, thanks. Hate tabs. 5 on the high E string. Why do I hate tabs? Well, they don't really tell you much, do they? You really want the rhythms, so you want to understand how you're playing this stuff. I'm not going to go that deep with this at the moment because it's aimed at beginners. So 5 on the high E string, or intermediate level. I insult you by calling you a complete beginner if you can do this. Obviously you're not. Be nice to you. Be nice to me. Give me a like. Give me a thumbs up and say, well done, Bill. That was fantastic. And you're ever such a nice man with a lovely personality. I even like your hair, you know. You seem to be a really, really genuine, friendly dude of a dude. Yeah. Check out my other stuff if you're looking for a dude of dudes. There's some more impressive stuff here if you kind of really want to be my best friend and admire me. Where are we? Can I just have? So we got. I really don't want to do any pitch for this reason, because once I sing it around a few times, I start to strain my voice. So 5 top note there, the A, down to the G there, fret 8 B string, down to an E, 5th fret B string, down to fret 7, 5 7 on the G. Some more romance, yep, 5 7 5 7. Some more romance, 5 C up to B string fret 5. Yeah, some more romance with you, and then down to the root, which is D string fret 7, my love. So we got. So this is seesawing back and forth between an A minor and a D minor chord. can I just have one more moon dance with you, my love? Can I just have one more moon dance with you, my love? Can I just have one more moon dance with you, my love? Anyway, let's. We've got this E7 sharp 9 with the third moving up on the top. So, okay, we've got. Yep, and that. Yeah. That melody on the top. Can I just have one more moon dance with you, my love? So you got that 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, and same sort of rhythm feeling, and we're seesawing between A minor, which is the same form as an E minor, moved up, sounding A minor at fret 5, E minor form. When we move up to the A minor form, sounding D minor. So we got, can I just have one more romance with you, my love? Can I just have one more romance with you, my love? Yep, you pretty much nailed the song there. So let's go back to the start and see if we can play some sort of version. Stick it together. So we've been here ages now. Let's see if we can do it. Come on, love. Get the kettle on. Let's sort it out. Come on. Okay, Nan. Yeah, my Nan died a while back and she's living in me now, her spirit. Yeah, so don't worry, get this happens. I don't know where that comes from. Obviously I've been left out. We didn't have TV, I didn't have many toys, you know, terrible kid life as a kid, you know. So I entertained myself with strange voices, conversations and music making. Recommend it. You gotta have a sense of humour, I keep saying that. Come on. Are you still here? Well done. Cool. Okay. 2, 3, 4. Often say to students, if we say 2, 3, 4 as a counting, because we need a cue, 1, 2, 3, 4, it's slightly longer than 2, 3, 4. Agreed? Because it's leaving out the number 1. I nearly said letter then. It's leaving out the number 1. So all those ones, if we're doing a lot of this counting in and playing, which I do, all those ones can be saved to do something good with. That's my plan, yeah? That's what I say to students. So we don't do 1, 2, 3, 4. Most musicians will go 2, 3, 4. And what they're doing is they're saving up all those ones to do something special with. Okay? So maybe you could do the same. Maybe there's a good idea for you as well. Okay? 2, 3, 4. Well, it's a marvelous night for a moon dance with the stars up above. I didn't have a good feeling then. I could take 2 just because it didn't, I didn't feel good about the way it came in, the way it sat. If I was in the studio now, I'd be spending money stopping and starting. But we need to do that. We need to get the moment, get the melody. Get the feeling. Well, it's a marvelous night for a moon dance with the stars up above in your eyes. A fantabulous night to make romance with the cover of October skies. And all the leaves on the trees, they are falling to the sound of the breezes that blow. And I am trying to please to the calling of your heartstrings that play soft and low. You know the night's magic seems to whisper and hush, and all the soft moonlight seems to shine in your blush. Can I just have one more moon dance with you, my love? Can I just make some more romance with you, my love? Yeah. Or you could carry on with the second verse and go after you do the. Well, I wanna make love to you tonight. I can't wait till the morning has come. and you're away with, it's pretty much the same thing. We're not going to go any further because I've had enough. Thank you very much and good night. So before you go, maybe you could consider subscribing, liking or whatever, and maybe even buying a copy of my CD. It's singer-songwriting one, at least. I've made a few CDs. There's a singer-songwriting original songs, all written by me. They could be written, original songs can be written by other people as well. They are original works of mine. So 10 original self-written protest kind of life stuff, really. You know, it's more about thoughts and feelings than the sort of intense guitar stuff that I'm sort of more known for. If you need to just come across this, have a look and you'll maybe get what I'm saying there. There's a lot of rock and jazz. I've studied music to a high level. I've got a master's. So I play jazz, and I grew up playing rock and blues. I've self-taught for well over 20 years as a, first of all, singer-songwriter, and which is what I'm revisiting now. I'm getting old predictably, so we revisit our youth. No, actually, I've played so much rock and jazz, I've alienated most normal people from listening to my music. So maybe this is a good thing, and it'll actually make me a few quid, and I can keep myself in strings at least. Jazz is difficult and it's very competitive. People in jazz and in rock music seem to be, you know, it's all that, you know, you're not as good as so and so, and oh yeah, you should check out so and so. It's a very competitive thing, music making. Whereas this kind of more relaxed couple of chords and a song, it's a very laid back, anyone can do it kind of thing with a bit of practice. Anyway, there's a lot of work in the jazz blues. You know, it's not just jazz blues. There's jazz blues, but there's also blues, straight ahead, more rock blues. And rock stuff. You know, I grew up like most people, connecting with Jimi Hendrix at first, David Gilmour, you know, I was a big Gilmour fan, then moved on to Van Halen and Steve Vai, Joe Satriani, and then more fusiony, Frank Gambale, and I studied, I went to the Guitar Institute, got a bit mad about John Scofield and been a big John Scofield fan for years, and discovered Pat Martino, and all these names are kind of weird too. Maybe they're worth checking out because they're all of them great guitar players. So if you're into guitar, have a look at what I'm doing. Try to be original with my own approach to doing that. In some ways you'll find some unique perspective stuff. If you look, like some of my master's work is on here with debate on original perspectives, if you like, on chord progressions and using original ideas in composition. So all fancy stuff, very cerebral. But you know, I'll end on music being something else to me as well, which is, number one, it's a feeling and a kind of cathartic ousting of venting of emotion and feelings. That's why I first picked it up, because it does something special for all of us. It's great to have a sing along, even if you're not the world's greatest singer. So that's my theory on making a vocal and acoustic vocal album. You know, just one voice, one guitar, brave stuff, 10 songs. Maybe that's something you could check out and connect. It'd be great to have some interest in my writing after all these years. It would be a nice compliment. Okay, thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed the lessons. Check out, well, now and again I'll upload. I will upload some. I can't even speak. Idiot. I will upload some more lessons, maybe, if this stuff catches on. So the more you connect with it, if you liked it, comment, and I might be motivated to make some more of these kind of beginner intermediate lessons. Okay, at the moment I think they're good promo for my album, so I'm just going to keep saying my album is, the link is under there, check it out, it's good. There's even a brilliant cover painting. You got to see the painting. My brother did it. My brother's an artist. He could do with the money as well, so I'm making an auction the painting. I did pay him for it. Yep, so I've already spent thousands. Not thousands, I spent a few hundred quid for the painting. It's a lot of work in it. You'll appreciate that. I might auction that off. Maybe I'll auction the guitar off for 400,000 or something, like the other stars have. You can have this. You can have it for 400 quid. I'll do. I'd be making a profit. There you go. Okay, thanks. Goodbye. See you next time. Have a lovely afternoon, evening, weekend, week, month, year. Have a lovely decade, and have a lovely haircut. Yeah. Bye.